Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and standing here at Hindu temple, let me share this chant coming probably from Upanishads. Om Dev Shanti Rantarikshagum Shanti Prativi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadayah Shantir Vanaspatayah Shantir Vishwe Devaha Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Sama Shanti Redi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It is relevant today because here is the prayer for the peace in all the plants also, not only in the space. And that prayer of peace and that perception of our relationship with Mother Earth is very important for Hindus as they address Earth as Mother Earth, consider her as the wife of Lord Vishnu. So when Hindu Temple Society of North America is taking a lead in becoming a part of the climate march that is happening on 21st September, what is the thought process behind it and how you could be a part of this important march? We talked to President of Hindu Temple Society of North America, Dr. Uma Mesurekar, in her office.
Namaste, Ashok ji, and namaste to all the viewers. On the 21st of September, historic day, because we in the Hindu Temple Society and many other Hindus also will be marching along with thousands of others in the city in support of the needed modifications for the climate so we all can equally respect this Mother Earth. This climate change has been a very controversial subject for the last few years. And those who strongly believe that climate has affected the general health, the well-being, and the prosperity of the nations or people, but there are some who believe it's not so. From our point of view, Hindu temple point of view, we are joining this march, nothing to do with the controversial aspect, but primarily to exhibit that we as Hindus revere Mother Earth. And we are obligated, it's our dharma, to protect Mother Earth. And therefore, we would like to join in large numbers in support of whatever that can be done to protect this climate, to protect Mother Earth and the environmental factors. So I am taking this opportunity to invite all the viewers and many across to join in large numbers, because we as Hindus must exhibit what we believe we practice, and therefore we must stand there and say, yes, Mother Earth, you have given us all this protection all this time. It is our duty to protect you. Thank you.
So, before we get towards the philosophical aspect, or let's say aspect that relates to our religion, how our scriptures talks about our relationship with Mother Earth, let's talk about the logistics of this march. So, who can participate, from where they can start, and is there a group or some bus going from temple taking all devotees, or everybody is gathering somewhere in Manhattan?
There are buses which are being organized. This information is on the temple website, www.nyganeshtemple.org. Essentially, those who can come on their own, they can come and meet on 58th Street between 8th and 9th Avenue. And around 11 a.m. or between 10:30 and 11, there will be prayers by all the faiths, and our Hindu temple also will be chanting a prayer. And from there, we march, and I think it ends somewhere on 34th Street or so, near Jacob Javits Center. So it's approximately about 3.5 hours walk. Fortunately, the weather will be excellent. And of course, for those elderly people and or sick people who cannot walk for too long, I think they must make sure they walk for short distance in support. But those young people who can must march in large numbers and reach the destination. And those who want to get more information, please go back and see our website. And there are also climate march websites. Multiple of them have been posted, and it gives you exactly where there are many people who have organized buses where they can be picked up and dropped off somewhere near 58th Street.
So there are a couple of things, and now we find the Indian community very excited. Reception of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he also talks about some references that are part of our scriptures. And I read one which you have used in this flyer here from Ishopanishad: "Take only what you need from the bounties of planet Earth. Give up greed and enjoy with detachment. Whose property is it after all? It all belongs to God." Now, that perception, that consciousness, we find lacking in the way we observe life as is unfolding in India itself. we have not been able to keep our rivers, which we worship, which we revere, unpolluted. On that account, how do you find yourself a little bit more hopeful with the new administration in India?
Yes, that is a very disturbing remark, what you made, and I concur with it. It's unfortunate whenever I visit India, it just hurts me and makes me so sad that these wonderful pilgrim sites and these wonderful rivers are all being polluted. And the good old days when our grandparents used to say, taking a dip in Ganga is so wonderful. And if you go and see Ganga now, it is so filthy. And it is also very sad the previous administrations didn't take all these issues into serious concerns for whatever reasons. And I think let's not think back the past, let's go forward in the future. And there is a lot of hopes with our new PM taking, in fact, I think some of his initial statements was to make sure Ganga is cleaned. If Ganga is cleaned, Mother Ganga is the great mother, and I think it will automatically flow, that all other rivers also will be cleaned, and so is the Mother Earth. I think it is, unless you have the conviction and the belief that Mother Earth is indeed the goddess, I don't think one will think, oh, what is there? The earth, we all walk on it. Why should we keep it clean? What is the problem with the river? I have seen some younger people talking about it, but I think nowadays, with this climate change, constant propaganda, I have seen many of the youth do start believing in it, and I think they realize it is extremely important for us, for our own survival, that we will master on this climate protection, earth protection, and not just the earth. Let's also be very clear. It's all the five elements. We are all a part of those five elements. And therefore, it's important for us to protect this environment. Mother Earth, starting with her, because she's the one who's bearing the weight of billions and billions of people.
Mother Earth, and we encourage kids. When I say we, meaning part of Hindu community, and I've seen in Ganesh Patashala also, kids are taught the shloka that you get up in the morning, you touch Mother Earth and chant Samudra Vasane Devi Parvat Stana Mandite Vishnu Patni Namastobhyam Padasparsham Kshamaswa Me. So you are referring to Mother Earth as the wife of Lord Vishnu, and also seeking her forgiveness that you are putting your foot on it, your feet on it. Now, when we talk about this idea, Umaji, and when a kid is remembering it, which is a good step, but how do you visualize him increasing his sensitivity towards Mother Earth, keeping this shloka in mind? Is there any difference in him and someone who is not connecting with Earth as mother?
I think, you have to set examples. The children can only be taught by what you practice. And as a child is growing, and if the parents, the grandparents, continue to inculcate the fact that these environment, including all the five elements, including Earth, they're all nothing but part of us, and we as humans are a part of that. And therefore, the mother is now holding and bearing all her weight. So first thing you do when you get up is to touch the floor, thinking, thank you, mother, you have given me the shelter, and do pranams to her. And at the end of the day, the same thing. And I think, the more and more we explain what the environment consists of and how this Mother Earth is revered in Hindu scriptures, the children will understand. Nowadays, the children are extraordinarily bright, much more open-minded, and therefore I think we can definitely bring this into their concern. And as I see in the march itself, I know many people, there are multiple of young people marching with it, not just to proclaim the fact that the climate change is because of the global warming. That's a controversial matter. We're not even touching upon that. But the very fact to bring in the, it's so important for the world to recognize that we as humans revere Mother Earth, and we as elderly people, and if we can set examples, and then the children will follow. And we can quote a lot of Indian Hindu scriptures where Mother Earth has been worshipped. Perhaps everybody knows that when you start a building, first thing we do is do Bhumi Puja. So we asked for the mother to give us the permission to build a structure on her because she's going to bear weight again. And unless and until she gives us the permission, no structure will sustain. So these are the things that have to be inculcated into the children as well to show the importance of this Mother Earth and the other aspects of environment for them to realize, appreciate, and be a part of it.
Becoming a part of it is important, and that sense of connecting with students of India on 5th September was also something novel about Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. But Umaji, again, there was one question where a student asked him about climate, and Prime Minister said that climate has not changed as much as our way of connecting with environment has changed, and probably he was referring to our sense of tolerance also in some way. He was misread, misinterpreted probably by many people, and it has sent a kind of a different signal. Are you aware of this reference?
I'm briefly aware of it, and I agree with you. I think, in a way, I agree with him what he says. Climate has, it is not that the climate has changed. The, the climate remains what it is, but I think it is the actions of the humans that has increasingly producing pollution into this environment, causing the changes in the climate. Now, how far it is true, I know it's the biggest controversy. There are pro and cons for this. We're not getting into that discussion, but there is, I don't know why people have to misinterpret, but I think it's straightforward and clear. When a subject is unclear and undecided, I think we have a right to make some kind of statements. But at the same time, he also made a statement that we must respect the environment. We must respect Mother Earth. And if we do so, automatically you're saying that unless you do it, you're going to destroy yourselves. As it says, unless you protect these 5 elements, we are ready to be destroyed by the outside forces. So I think indirectly he enforced the fact that we have to respect Mother Earth, we have to respect all the forces of environment, and then we can not only survive but progress in life.
There were days when you go to school and you were encouraged to experience how it feels when you plant a tree. So you have seen how seed sprouts, how what was in your palm as a seed now is seen in the form of a tree, etc. Those kind of experience probably still that experience, those kind of experiments are happening somewhere. But most of the places, Umaji, now we observe this iPad, the internet, and all these technological gifts which we have created for ourselves as human beings are taking over in our kids' mindsets also. So if you take them to a park, and you'll find that they are more interested in something that is reaching out to them through their iPad or iPhone, etc. So keeping this aspect of technology and our relationship with nature, how hopeful you are that we'll have the next generation more sensitive, more aware about our environment?
In simple sentence, I'm very hopeful because I see that young people are quite conscious of this. Yes, they're all computer savvy, they're all high tech savvy, I agree, but they also know how to apply technology into the mother nature. And the more we bring it out, the more discussions we have, and the more panel discussions between themselves and between the adults and them. And then I feel that will give them also some food for thought, and they'll also begin to think. In fact, let me tell you, many of our young people have come and said to me, tell me when you're ready to plant in the temple, we would love to come and do that. So that gave me a sense of great hope. So they're all thinking in those terms. So I think I'm very hopeful of the young generation. They are not going to be the same like what we all thought they will be. I think there'll be kind of a revolution among the young. They will come back to how we grew up, believing in the older methods which our grandparents taught to us. But then over the years, somehow it got lost because of technology or whatever reason. But these young people are now appreciating Mother Nature so much that they are going to apply technology into this environment and do a lot better than what we think they will do.
Participating in such people's climate march, how it is going to help when people have those kind of questions, what way you want to respond?
Yeah, of course, people have choices. Nobody forces anybody to do anything. They can certainly stay home, watch television, and see the people march. If that gives them the satisfaction, that's fine. It's just like saying, I want to simply sit in some corner and do worship. Why should I go to temple? It's almost similar to that. The reason you come to temple is because you want to uh, not just look at the deities, but also imbibe the energy that is there in the temples. And of course, the rituals are extraordinary. Hearing the mantras, it just gives you a sense of almost like a new hope. Every day that you come, listen to the mantras, you find out what a wonderful thing this is today, and your day goes wonderful. Now, same way, going in a march, you find so many people chanting the shlokas or prayers with Mother Earth, and also chanting about Hinduism, raising the flags of Om, indicating that we're all Hindus. And then to feel that, my God, we're all in this together because we want to make sure the world knows that we as Hindus are worshippers of Mother Nature. And the worshippers of Mother Nature, our most important is Mother Earth, on which we are standing and marching. And therefore, it gives me a lot more energy, enthusiasm, and the prospect of thinking that this march is going to have a tremendous impact. It is like one person marching in front of United Nations, and as opposed to 100,000 people marching. That gives a clear-cut message to those sitting in the United Nations that there is an urgent need, that something needs to be done. So it's important for all of us to realize that we should be a part of this march, not because we are doing anything, we are protesting anything. We just exhibiting that we are all are here to pray for the forces of Mother Nature, revere Mother Earth, and therefore we would like to protect her.
We have the concept, call it concept or the bhava of addressing God as mother in various ways. So we say Dharti Mata, Mother Earth, then Bharat Mata, and also now we are very near Navaratri, where we worship mainly three forms of Mother Earth: Mother Durga, Mother Lakshmi, Mother Saraswati. What is the significance of Navaratri for you personally, uh, in terms of your own sadhana, Umaji, and what is special that is happening in the temple this Navaratri?
Navaratri is considered as the most colorful festival. It's also a highly energizing festival. As you just mentioned, we as Hindus worship goddesses, and we know that in Hinduism, even if you worship Lord Shiva, it is unless the Shakti is with him, you really don't get the full benefit of it. That's what the scripture says. So, all these mothers, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati, are the respective Shaktis of Lord Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. And therefore, I think knowing this, knowing the fact that these goddesses are there to bestow their grace upon not just women, but for the entire humanity, to destroy the evils. As we see, there are plenty of evils in this world that's happening today. We pray to these mothers to shower their grace and blessings to bring peace into this humanity all over the world. My special prayer this year for the Matas is this very special one, because every morning I get up, first thing, it saddens me when I think of those people being killed in the Middle East and the way they are killed. It's deeply saddening to me. It almost reminds me of really something. Can a human being do this kind of a thing? So obviously this is Kali Yuga. So we hope that goddesses are there watching all this, and they will protect us and bring peace. That's number one. Number two, it is a very colorful festival because we keep multiple dolls. And so many different kinds of dolls, all very colorful dolls, depicting that God is there in everything. Mother is there in everything. So our children will come. In India, we used to all go to different houses, look at all these different arrangements of the dolls, and then the hostesses used to give some food to eat. We as children used to eat and go. It was a great thing to do this in India. But here, these things are not possible. But temple becomes a central iconic place, and the children will come, and they will also chant some bhajans, chant some mantras, sing some bhajans also, and we do certain pujas, special puja is Durga Deepa Namaskara Puja, where 5 different deepas are arranged, and that is depicted as Durga. And the mantras are so powerful. That's done on Sunday, Durgashtami day. And we'll also have special havans done for each and every respective deity, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. And finally, the last day, which is Vijayadashmi, the conquering or the victorious day, we celebrate with the Vidyarambam. And we'll have hundreds of children coming here to do Saraswati Puja so that their school year goes well. And that's on at 5:30 on Vijayadashmi day. So all of us should be a part of it. And I request all the viewers to please go back to our website and look at the schedules and join us in large numbers and celebrate Navaratri in a most colorful and worshipping manner.
Thank you very much, Umaji. And I'm reminded we have Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Sanstita. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namo. So she resides in us as intellect, and that being one aspect, going back to our relationship with environment, many of our sages we have found are seen in close proximity of Mother Nature. And I'm reminded of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. He we here used to communicate with cows and dogs and birds and all. Um, but his main focus was on knowing oneself, and I think that resonates, or it's a recurring theme in most of our scriptures, that you know yourself. So the last question, Umaji, is in the quest of knowing oneself, becoming aware of our environment, our surrounding, connecting with earth, sun, etc., how it helps in that journey of knowing oneself.
First, you have to understand who are we? I mean, knowing oneself is who are we? See, yes, we are independent human beings, but how did we come here? And at the same time, think we're all a part of what? Part of Mother Nature. All the 5 elements are there. That's how in Hindus we believe when the person is dead, we cremate so that it merges into the environment. So the ashes just merge into the environment. And then we come alone, go alone. So ultimately, we're all divine. As Swami Vivekananda says, first and foremost is that you must respect yourself, you believe in yourself. And then once you believe in yourself and you understanding the fact that you are yourself divine, and therefore I am here to respect you because divinity is in you as well. And he also said, once you are convinced that you are also a divine, you have already realized that fact. And how do we do this? We always can do this is to follow the dharmic path. If you follow dharma, and dharma is called righteousness. And I must admit, in this connection, one aspect of dharma is also to respect Mother Earth, which is not just to be on the right side, to do good things, but also to respect Mother Earth. And then to be able to be like, I would like to help someone. If I'm in that situation, I'd like someone else to help me. So these are dharmic features that if we continue to cultivate within ourselves, we will begin to realize who are we. And once you begin to realize who we are and realize the divinity is within us, then it is very easy for self-realization, which ultimately is God realization.
What makes us human is our sensitivity, and what makes us happy is not just the name, but if you are helpful for someone, that makes you happy. And if you are helpful, increasing awareness about our relationship with Mother Earth, that definitely makes us happy. And 21st September, Sunday, Climate March offers that kind of an opportunity for all of us to feel our sense of being one with each other. And that sense of oneness is definitely a big celebration, and that is a perpetual source of satisfaction and joy. Wishing that oneness, which is uplifting everywhere, always. This is Ashok Vyas. Namaskar.